vegan leader, peace builder.
She wouldn't let me free.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
因为我从小的看人生也是蛮痛苦了，去寺庙然后去教堂啊，不过心里还没有办法解开那个看世界痛苦那种同情心啊，不过也不知道怎么办啊。
The Real Love, a musical that unites hearts, part 20 of a multi-part series. Please continue watching to find out more.
If you ever visit Kuwait, the friendly people would love to greet you with Said Biliqa'ik, meaning nice to meet you in Arabic. One of the official languages in Kuwait, Amhaya. The radiant people of Kuwait wish that you have a noble and harmonious life. May you feel the love of God's grace upon your heart and soul. On August 27, 2011, over 3,000 dignitaries, celebrities, and members of the general public gathered at the prestigious Pasadena Civic Center in Pasadena, California, USA, to attend the global premiere of a special musical, The Real Love. This Broadway Hollywood-style production was brought together by the two-time Oscar-winning composer and lyricist Al Kasha, with great admiration for Supreme Master Ching Hai and her poems. Mr. Kasha invited world-class artists to take part in the show, using Master's touching poems as lyrics for the musical. Providing a glimpse of Master's real-life story in her youth. The Real Love will leave you deeply moved by the extraordinary sacrifices our beloved Supreme Master Ching Hai has made in order to search for the spiritual truth to uplift humankind. Among the many stars were the award-winning actress Joanna Ampel, Tony winners
Daisy Egan and Katie Huffman,
and Tony nominees Adam Pascal and Robert Torti. The legendary American singer-songwriter Don McLean also graced the stage, performing his greatest hits, such as American Pie and I Love You So, Vincent, Starry Starry Night, and more. This star-studded show was broadcast live globally and hosted by Veg actors Grant Alexander, Eileen Hendricks, Christine Power, Haley Mary Norman, and Ed Begley Jr. Joining remotely online was the guest of honor, Supreme Master Ching Hai. Now, with great honor, we invite you to experience the magic of the real love through our series of programs. Let's continue part 20. In this episode, we will continue the after-event panel discussion held by actress and comedian Deborah Wilson, actor Billy McNamara, entertainment reporter and TV host Brandy Williams, and ultra-endurance athlete and attorney Rich Roll. The four hosts delve into the extensive global media coverage of the musical, the behind-the-scenes stories, the exclusive interviews with the artists involved, and more.
The place where the Ganges River first originates is called Gango Tree. A lot of people go there to take a bath. in summer and then believe they clean their sin. Normally they come there and just splash some water on their face because the water is so cold. It just came from the eyes, just a little bit, like zero degree, and the water just flowing eyes. I went there and did exactly the same. But then I thought, then only my face and my hand are clean of the sin. How about the rest of my body? That won't do. So I jump in. Oh my God! Trời đất ơi, lạ quá. Lạnh muốn chết. I jump in, I have to count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I have to jump out. If you don't jump out after 5, you never jump out again. And you will float out, to the plane like this, and become one of the many.
也不是突然而已啦，就是想很久了。因为我从小的看人生也是蛮痛苦了，去寺庙，然后去教堂啊。不过心里还没有办法解开那个看世界痛苦那种同情心啊。不过也不知道怎么办了啊。然后有一个先生一直醉在旁边，一定要结婚了。他醉那么久又那么诚心 ，OK， 好的，结下去了。看电视啊，看四周围啊，到处都是很痛苦的，所以心里没有办法安顿下去。所以我也跟先生讲，他也知道了。还没有跟他结婚以前，我经常还要讲去出家啊，去多找名师了。不过他说，哎呀，不用了嘛，你在家里有佛堂啊，他弄一个佛堂给我了，天天他有带花过来给我供养。听说了，那个时候刚好还碰到很多人，他说印度啊有某某名师啊，哪里有某某修行人啊，也许到那边找就比较好，那所以我才去的。
Search high and low for a little love. Search high and low for a little love to bestow on all beings in all corners of existence, riding colossal waves, flying through graying forests.
I would not divorce my husband if I was enlightened at that time. I tell you, he was the best man. He still is. Yes, after enlightenment, you will learn to appreciate your partner more. I was in the Himalaya, is this correct? But it was maybe my destiny that I should be there for a while. But you don't have the same destiny like me. So you can sit anywhere, at your home, at your office, on the train, on the bus. If you want to Get in touch with your inner greatest power, which we call the kingdom of God within, or the Buddha nature inside each sentient being. Since the ancient times, many sages, saints, enlightened Buddhas, Christ have graced our earth and have taught us the same message, that we look within for all the answers and happiness that we ever imagine or crave to have. And if we reach that oneness, that greatness within us, then nothing we cannot do. We will have all kind of miraculous power. We will be able to solve all kind of situations in life. We will be loving with each other without anyone having to teach us to do so. And we will have peace within our hearts. And then the peace will radiate outside and help more to make peace on earth.
But suddenly, she looked down, saw Brother's knees were still groveling in darkness. For they were searching for happiness without, just like her before. Bearing over millions of ages, their tears were then rolling down. One drop, two drops, and many more. Each drop became a shining jewel.
And soon the firmament was studded with glittering tears.
Which are the stars today? They are to shine in the day and to rest us in the night, to go to sleep. For all these seekers, the stars are there to light the way. Eternal happiness, eternal peace, eternal
There are many more stories about Supreme Master Ching Hai's spiritual journey, but due to the limited time in the program, we cannot share them all.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's predestined journey to assist humanity is like a legend of our times that has moved many people, including American actress Ms. Shirley Jones, who performed in the Real Love title song and appeared as Tan's adoring mother-in-law.
Well, I think she's an incredible, incredible human being. I mean, what she's done, she truly gave up the love of her life for the love of other people and other animals. And I just think she's got to be a saint, really, you know, has to be.
Oscar winner and three-time Emmy nominee Miss Shirley Jones became America's Cinderella sweetheart, starring in Rodgers and Hammerstein's musicals such as Oklahoma and Carousel, as well as The Music Man. Forever cherished as the mother in the award-winning TV series The Partridge Family, she continues to be a prolific actress on stage and in film and also television.
Next, Ms. Jones presents a brief introduction to Supreme Master Ching Hai and a glimpse of what she has achieved in the decades since her enlightenment, including a brief look at the global television channel now celebrating its 5th anniversary, which was inspired by her.
I'm not sure many of you know, but if I hadn't been discovered by the musical legends Rodgers and Hammerstein, I would have studied to become a veterinarian, being the big animal lover that I am. Since I was young, I've rescued and raised dogs, rabbits, cats, mice, birds, you name it. Growing up as an only child, these beautiful animals were my brothers and sisters. So I was very excited to find out about Supreme Master Television, because they do so much to call attention to the proper treatment of our animal co-inhabitants through their shows. They air only what's uplifting and constructive, and that includes good news, music, and dance from across the cultures, useful information on keeping our health and a clean environment, inspirational stories about people, and of course, wonderful features on animal heroes and their sentient nature. Based in Los Angeles, this channel has been a global phenomenon ever since it started, broadcasting 24/7, free of charge, to every country on the map through a total of 14 satellite platforms, plus the internet and cable. To date, it has aired shows in over 60 languages with subtitles in 40 languages. Supreme Master Television truly brings the world together. And this brilliant concept for a television that promotes only peace and loving kindness was all inspired and guided by Supreme Master Ching Hai. A world-renowned spiritual teacher, Supreme Master Ching Hai is also admired as a humanitarian, best-selling author, poet, and artists. The title Supreme Master refers to the divine within you and me and all beings. Supreme Master Ching Hai has helped thousands of people from all walks of life to reconnect with their own divine great self through a meditation method she obtained in the Himalayas. Supreme Master Ching Hai believes that the way to world peace is love in action. And this she teaches by example. For decades, she has dedicated herself to helping the less fortunate, such as refugees, orphans, and disaster victims. The international association that sprang from her example was one of the first to arrive at Ground Zero after 9/11, as well as in flood-affected Pakistan and Japan after the earthquake and tsunami. Supreme Master Ching Hai is at the forefront of saving the planet from climate change. She has contributed tens of millions of dollars to support the noble causes of others, such as Habitat for Humanity, Hollywood actor Sean Penn and his work in post-quake Haiti, the World Wildlife Fund, and the Sea Shepherd Conservation Society, to name a few. For her works, Supreme Master Ching Hai has received many honors, including the 2006 Gusi Peace Prize, 2008 U.S. Presidential Active Lifestyle Award, the 2010 U.S. President's Volunteer Service Award, honorary citizenships, and keys to cities. All her selfless endeavors are funded by her own income from her prolific artworks. In her creations, you'll see Supreme Master Ching Hai's caring vision for the earth, which could be summed in the phrase she made, World Vegan, World Peace. I was so happy to know that she rescued and adopted dozens of dogs and birds as her family members. The musical came into being from the inspiration of two-time Academy Award-winning composer Al Kasha. After reading the poems of Supreme Master Ching Hai, which were mostly written in her youth and published years ago, Mr. Kasha felt that her poignant verses and her life story should be told through the theatrical art form. He was then joined by 4 other extremely distinguished composers: Oscar and 5-time Emmy winner Bill Conti, Emmy nominee Doug Katsouris, Tony and Emmy winner Don Pippin, and Oscar and 2-time Grammy winner David Shire. And they have set the poetry into amazing songs. Through their original music, we were the first to watch Supreme Master Ching Hai's heartrending story and remarkable journey come to life in the world premiere of The Real Love.
We are deeply grateful to Supreme Master Ching Hai for her uplifting presence at this event.
And for her gracious permission and generosity in allowing her inspirational personal story of love and sacrifice to be shared with the world.
Supreme Master Television also conveys its appreciation to the Hollywood and Broadway stars, eminent artists, and dedicated creative and technical team members for helping to create this truly meaningful experience. To be thanked as well are the managers, agents, media, and all involved who have contributed their kind assistance and encouragement.
And as we wrap up today's presentation, we want to end with a nice motto from the Real Love musical we should all keep in mind, and that's believe only in love.
And remember to be veg, go green to save the planet.
It was a pleasure to have you join us today.
May your happy hearts bring you good luck and evermore peace.
It's a unique experience because I've written a lot of musicals, but normally you sit in a room with your collaborators, the book writer, the lyricist, and this, we all were working separately. The only common denominator was the script and the Supreme Master's wonderful work. And it was a wonderful experience to come and see a musical that it just was suddenly there, and it was quite amazing. It's a wonderful story for a musical, actually. It's like none other that I've ever seen. And that's what you want for a show, something that's surprising. So I'm looking forward to the next one. Hi, I'm David Shire, and I want to congratulate the Supreme Master for another wonderful anniversary celebration for a wonderful television station, Supreme Master Television.
I was really very fortunate to see DVDs of Supreme Master dealing with an audience, and she's an extremely funny woman. She has a wit like that, and she's fast. And I got that out of the poetry, I got it out of the person, and I sure wanted to get that into a musical. She was talking about jumping into the source of the Ganges. And normally, the pilgrims who were there would just splash their hands and face and feet to wash away their sins. And she said, well, I think it'd be a good idea if I jump in. And she said, well, I jumped in and I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I jumped out because if you count to 6, you're not going to be there anymore. It's a very funny line.
If you don't jump out after 5, you never jump out again. And you will float out, you know? To the plane, like this. And become one of the many.
I wrote about an optimistic person, but when you write about someone who is so in touch and so spiritual, I would be very humbled. Even though she is one of the funniest people, real people, I've ever seen or read, I still would be humbled. If I could ask any questions, how could you leave someone who was so attractive? How did you find this serenity? She talked about the monk who lived for 450 years. I would like to ask her if she sees herself going on for 450 years, because I think she will.
Go vegan, it's the real love. Go vegan, compassion for all animals.
The oceans have vegan sushi.
The whole presentation really showed the love that Supreme Master Ching Hai brings to the world and the compassion. This is like seeing West Side Story, some incredible Broadway show. She actually had to sacrifice the love in her personal life to move on to, really spreading love worldwide now. Her heart was so strong for the refugees and the individuals, the children in need of aid. And that, again, is shown by all the rescue efforts around the world, disaster relief, opening up loving hut restaurants around the world, which is another way of saving the world, And we can't deprive people of the information that would save their lives, that saves their children's lives. I mean, meat and dairy cause poverty, world hunger, all of the problems of the world. So it's great to have somebody who's so dedicated, and I really appreciate that. Supreme Master Ching Hai, I love you dearly for all the good that you're doing in the world.
It's great, especially the messages and the talks after, really opened, the view about the vegan method.
Didn't know that we were going to have a video kind of dialogue with her, and I thought it was very, very important because it's so enriching to hear the source of the inspiration for what the production's supposed to be communicating with the audience, and I really loved her messages. I thought it was a beautiful way to end it. I'm so inspired by someone so selfless. I just felt as if a part of me would want to be someone so giving, who would give everything away to just pursue enlightenment in order to try to battle suffering, step by step. So I thank her for sending the message to everybody here.
These artists, they are doing wonderful things for our world as they do for our innermost heart. So I want to applaud you, each of you, one by one, for the wholehearted effort and the love you have put into this gift you have shared with us, the world, in the form of this musical.
Noble viewers, we appreciate your company today for The Real Love, a musical that unites hearts, part 20 of a multi-part series. Up next is Dr. Janet Rowley Vegan, Human Rights are Animal Rights, part 1 of 2 right after Noteworthy News. May you find true happiness through enlightenment.
Vegan leader, brave world leader.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/AJAR.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/AJAR.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/AJAR.
番組は多言語放送です。放送予定は suprememastertv.com/スケジュール、そして suprememastertv.com/AJAR